and welcome to yet another special edition of Cooking with Averie. And what makes it so special this particular week, I'm sure you're wondering, we will be making a pumpkin streusel pie. Averie, isn't it May? Yes, obviously it is May, but I feel like this pie, a traditionally Thanksgiving, November-esque pie happening in May, fits in with the chaos that is this time of quarantine and corona. If anything, I think it's the most appropriate thing we could do. My outfit of the day, an outfit of shame. Yesterday, I went into the sun, and the sun hit me, and then it just continued to hit me with its little fist. I am very sunburned. Just know, as an adult human, I shouldn't still be having these problems. I should have worn sunscreen, but I was a fool. Anyway, let's begin making a pie. Here we go. First things first, I'm going to get the mixer down from on top of the fridge. I usually get my roommates to do this for me because they are strong and very tall. Why would they even make something this tall? Like, this is out of line. Ridiculous. I really tried to lift with my back and less with the legs. That's the way that I move things. So the next part that we're going to make for our pumpkin streusel pie is the streusel part. It's easier if you just get all of these things done first, so then whenever you make the filling, it's like, pow! Oh no, get on there. I know you guys are gonna hate me for this, but honestly, it's a listen to your heart sort of thing. The basic gist is that you have your butter and sugar in there first, and then you add flour and whatnot until it gets to the right texture. 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter, and then 1/3 of brown sugar. Get in it. Remembering if you have unsalted butter or Crisco, you have to salt it, just a pinch. It really bothers me that the spice thing calls this cinnamon powder instead of just cinnamon. I don't know. That probably shouldn't bother me, but it does. Like 4 spritzes. I guess I should have counted how many spritzes, but several spritzes. We're just gonna mix this together. Get down. If you're really feeling fancy, you can add a little bit of vanilla. I'm feeling fancy. Ooh! That was more vanilla than I anticipated, such is life. We have a creamed mixture of our butter and sugar and everything, and now we're gonna add our flour. We also have pecan halves. The recipe calls for walnuts, but we don't have walnuts, we have pecans. Basically the same thing. This many pecan halves, half a cup, everybody's in. For flour, 3 heaping tablespoons, scraping down our bowl. This is streusel. This is a really uncomfortable position. Streusel really doesn't look like anything. A loose gathering. So there you go. If you have a loose gathering, you've done it. Making a graham cracker crust. Most of the time, pumpkin pies have flour-based pie crust. But this is a streusel pumpkin pie, and it makes it like 5 billion times better. Woohoo! We ran out of butter. But what we do have is butter-flavored Crisco. A little bit disgusting. They make it this yellow color so it looks like butter. It's definitely just Crisco. Despite how disgusting it may be, it tastes amazing. And you can do this fun little trick that I like to do where people say, "This baked good is so good. It is so buttery and flavorful. I bet there's so much butter in it." And I go, you know, believe it or not a single ounce of butter. It's actually, it just has a whole bunch of lard with artificial flavorings. This is America, so we do what we will. 1.5 cups, maybe more, of graham cracker crumbs. Blob of Crisco to start us off. Crisco is unsalted, so you want to remember to salt things if you're only using Crisco in there. 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm just gonna kind of by hand work this all together. With the graham cracker crust, it's not super hard. You're really just trying to get it to stick together. In school, I got in trouble fairly often for using my hands to do things rather than, you know, a spatula, whatever tool they wanted you to use. When you use your hands, that's like one less tool that you have to wash at the end, so think about that. Saving everybody time. Maybe you were like me and you discovered upon looking in your kitchen that you don't actually own a pie pan. That is okay. I have this little Pyrex square pan. There are no rules. There are no rules. I have my pie crust that I've, you know, made. You kind of sprinkle it on the bottom, and then you use your tiny little fist and you just punch them into submission. Ah, back you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Work it up the sides as well as you can. It's all pressed down in there. Looks pretty good, actually. Good job, Avery. Way to be. Thank you. This is fine. All of my camera crew have abandoned me today, so I'm really working off of my minimal knowledge of cameras and angles. And what I do know is that if I kneel like this, you can see me. This is what it is. We're gonna make the pie filling now. It's super easy. Here we have a bowl. We're gonna put in some pumpkin. In a cruel turn of events, somehow the camera just turned off as I was finishing that last part, so you don't get to see how we made the pie filling. It's okay. All you do is you put your pumpkin in there, you put your sweetened condensed milk in there, all the spices, and you whisk it until it's fully incorporated. And then I put it into our crust, which we had already made, and put the streusel, which I had been storing in the freezer, over the top. And now it is in the oven, 375. We'll see how long it takes. I don't know. Our pie is done. And it's beautiful. Look at him. I don't know why the camera keeps turning off. So, I'm sorry. It's a pie. It's a pie.